Aracagorr, a renowned dragon warrior in the battle between good and evil from the story of Mythic Legions. This isn't something I would normally collect or buy, but it looked intriguing. So, let's dig into this. And here we have Aracagorr in his box. This box is enormous. I'm going to go ahead and measure just the box right now, and we'll see. The box is almost 12 inches tall. Slide that up so you can see a little bit better. That's incredible. 12 inches tall and almost 7.5 inches wide. Jeepers. So let's see here on the side here. You have mythiclegions.com, sourcehorsemen.com, storehorsemen.com. This is actually made by 4Horsemen Studios. I've never heard of them myself, but when I was in the store looking for stuff to do videos for y'all with, this just stuck out to me. I mean, he's a dragon man, and we're DragonDen Productions. It's like, you know what, this is kind of perfect. So, on the side of the box here, he's got like the whole backstory of this character. On the back, you got some really nice artwork with, looks like a few other figures, and like a whole backstory of everything. I'll pull that closer if you want to pause and read it. You're more than welcome. I'll do it on the other side as well for you, too. There's that. And there you go. If you want to pause and read it, you're more than welcome to. All right. And then on this side, you have your 4Horsemen Studios logo there. And like I said, I know very little about this figure. I just thought it was interesting. So I don't know if that's supposed to be his faction emblem or something, but it's neat. Then on the back, or on the bottom, I'm sorry, you have all that. Don't mind the price tag. Yeah, that's what we paid. So we'll get into that on what I paid again here shortly. But there he is in his box. Let's break him open, free him, and see how it looks. And here he is out of the box. Man, is this thing impressive. I will say the one thing I did do before coming back on camera, his tail is detached when he's in the packaging. And to put it on, it looks like he's got a little waist clip that you have to go underneath all the armor back here and kind of tuck it in. It's made of a soft rubbery plastic, so it goes in there nicely and stays, and then you just kind of cover it back up with this fur. And I mean, this actual faux fur on this figure. This is insane. Wow. I mean, the detail. I mean, look in the face. That is just incredible. The colors, the blues, the purples, little hint of greens. Man. I'll straighten his tail out. So, this thing is awesome. All right, first thing we're going to do today is we're going to measure him. Just see how tall he is. From the top of his horn to his feet, he stands at just a little hair over 10 inches tall. This guy is tall. All right. Man, the shoulder armor of that thing. A little war damage and weathering effects. This is all a soft rubbery substance here on the chest, so that's cool. The armor does have a hinge to it, so that's cool. So it'll be able to move in and out of the way. The wrist armor. Just so neat. Man. I mean, look at the scales in the hands. The fingernails. The palm. That is just cool. man, did they do a great job on this. This looks so nice. I mean, even in the tail where the articulation bit is, when it's straight, you really can't see it. I mean, you can see it from the underside of it there, but on those back scales, man, it really hides it well. The legs, its feet, it's got the little webbing between his toes. Even the bottom of his feet are textured. He also has holes, so if you have a stand that you want to use to peg him onto. But I'll tell you right now, I know my camera isn't set up the best for showing standing figures, but his tail acts as a stand. So he will stand up with that. So you can see on my hand there, that tail actually helps hold him up. I mean, it's great. All right, let's get into the articulation, shall we? All right, so the head, he doesn't really have much for forward and back. That's it, right there. And twisting, like turning side to side, it only has a pivot. But if you're looking at a dragon, I guess you would expect him to turn his head more like that anyway. I wouldn't expect an actual head turn. He does have an articulated mouth. And the detail in the mouth, the tongue, everything. I know I can't get too well. But man, I mean, look at that. That is incredible. And the way the teeth line up to fit just right, opening and closing. That is awesome. Even the eye. I know that just got fuzzy there, but his eyes are awesome. The horn. Wow, sorry. I know I'm fanboying over this a bit, but man, they did a great job. So the armor and the shoulders does have articulation. Let's see here. It has a joint here on the back. So it doesn't go up very far, but it's a soft rubber, so it can be maneuvered a bit. So let's do the shoulders now. His shoulders are on ratchet joints. It looks like, without forcing it too much, we can almost get a good T-pose going. So not bad. Not bad at all. Forwards and back. So forward you can go up to there, but it really moves that armor out of the way. So forward without moving the armor too much. It's about there. So not horrible. Elbow. Let's see here. Oh, that is a tight joint. So it's a single jointed elbow, so you only get about 90 degrees. So not bad though. Not bad. It does twist in and out. Sorry, my glove got caught in there. So you get elbow joint rotation. His hands can spin 360 degrees. And let's see here. Oh yeah, it can bend in nicely. So nice bend in. That's about as far out as it's going to go. So that's very nice. All right, let's see the waist here. Actually, we'll T-pose him so we can see that a little better. So you can see there's actually a joint right under the armpit here. So he's got a bit of an ab crunch. Not much, but enough. He can pivot side to side a little bit. Actually, you can go all the way. Very nice. You get a lot of ab movement there. All right. Let's see here. This is not jointed here, but it's just kind of a rubbery plastic, so it can move out of the way. That's nice. Legs. Can he do the splits? Oh, we have dragon splittage. That's cool. Sorry, I need to lift that up to get it out of the way for the hinges, not to show off dragon stuff. We'll go with stuff. Knee. Get a 90-degree bend. It's only a single joint. And let's see here. How about turning? Oh, yeah. You can turn in and out nicely. Oh, it can even turn at the hip, too. It's got a bit of a hip movement. Ankles. We can go 360 degrees with that. Very nice. Oh, that joint is very tight though. Trying to pivot back and forth. I would probably recommend doing a warm water dip just to try to loosen that up a bit. I have not done that with this figure, so I don't want to force it and break it, especially when we get into the price point. So, and his tail also has a pivot. So if you wanted to stand him up to where his tail's turned out that way, you can. And like I said, that was a rubbery plastic, so it's got a little bit of wiggle there. So, and that just, like I said, tucks up underneath, up and in there. So, I don't know if I've even got it all the way in there, but it's not going anywhere. God, this guy is heavy. He is very heavy. You know what? I have a scale here. Let me bring this scale into frame. All right. I have it set to pounds and ounces. So it is zeroed out. Let's put him on there, see how much he weighs without any weapons or anything. 1 pound, 6.2 ounces. This guy is heavy. Man, he's awesome. Oh, let's turn that off now. Don't need that. But man, and he's packaged super well too. He had a twist tie around the neck through the back of the package. That was so well done that I had to actually cut it to get it off. And then he had straps around the wrists and the legs, everywhere that you would hope it would be packaged to be protected. Get that out of the way now. Twist his tail so we can still see him on camera. All right, now let me get this out of the way. Sorry for the plasticky sound. I'll just throw that out of the way. Here are his weapons, and this tail's actually right here when you get them. But just so you can see how well this stuff is packaged. I mean, it's got a clamshell plasticking over it. He comes with 3 sets of hands. So the hands that come on him, you have a pair of claw hands here. They just peg in like your normal NECA figures or even like the Hot Toys figures would. Man, just look at that detail. That is absolutely crazy. Man. So very clawish hands to scratch at its opponents with those talons. Then looks like we have a set of closed fists or weapon holding hands, possibly. Nope, these are the closed fists. So if you're gonna punch somebody, dragon punch. I mean, just look at those scales. That's awesome. Jeez. Put that back there. And we have his mighty sword. This thing is quite long and very highly detailed. Got some battle damage look to it. Weathering. Gosh. The pommel. This thing is awesome. It looks like a dragon as the guard. That is so cool. I'll test here in a second how easy it is to put in that hand too. Set it out of the way because you also get, I mean, if it's a dragon, you get a flame effect for his sword. It's a translucent pinkish red plastic. Here, let me put it in there, you can see it better. Man, that is so neat. Let's see here. Let's see how it looks on the sword. See if I can figure this out right here on camera. Don't laugh at me too much. Let's see here. Try to pull off camera just for a second. Get a little bit of light here. Oh boy. So, not exactly sure how this is supposed to go on, but oh, maybe just like that. Okay, there we go. Sorry about that. It just pushes right onto it. I thought maybe this end went towards the tip, but really, I suppose you could put it any way you want. But man, that is cool. That is so neat. So you get like that slashing motion, give it that effect like it's actually blowing in the wind as it's moving. That's cool. All right, pull that off for now. All right, let's see here. He's got a hand here. Those fingers, those are pretty tight. Let's see if we can see if either hand. All right, feels like his left hand is a little looser. So we're going to go with that. Just kind of stick it in there. Oh, yeah. Oh, wow. He holds that nice and well. I mean, there's no wiggle in there at all. That is so cool. Man. Good Lord, that is a big sword. You know what? Let's do it. Might as well. First time using it on camera, we might as well do it twice. How's that sound? We'll see how much he weighs with the sword, too. Why the heck not? If you don't like it, you can fast forward through. So, 1.66 pounds. Oh, 1.7, 1.6, 1.7. It doesn't know. It weighs a little bit more. Not a whole lot. So, man, that's cool. All right. Power that off. Let's show him next to one of the NECA Ninja Turtles we've done. Just to give you a size comparison. I'm going to get him in frame there for you. All right, we're going to use NECA's Leonardo, which we've done the video on. Just taking him down closer, 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 closer. Yeah. He stands quite a bit taller than that Leonardo figure. Holy cow. Jeepers creepers. Yeah, he's a big boy. So, if you got the shelf space for him, yeah. All right. Let's get into this. For articulation. So, you can go forward that much, and you can go back all the way back. Look at that. He can kick straight forward, but he can't go back. So, if you want a running pose, you're just going to have to rely on the knee and kind of do something like that there, where he's running forward. But, all right. Out of 5, I gave Leonardo a 2.5. I'm going to give this big guy, I'm going to give him a 4. I would have liked to have seen the ability for the head to tilt up and down a bit more. But everything else, even the shoulders only doing T and not being able to go straight up and down, the ability to open and close his mouth, that's awesome. The head tilt is enough for me. He looks like he's looking at a sword, or he's looking at his opponent saying, "You done messed up." His tail has articulation. He has the wrist articulation. The flaming sword, it doesn't offer any articulation, but it's cool. Ankles can move forward and down. Knees, legs, yeah, he's getting a 4 on articulation. Measurement, we already went through that. He is, well, let's do it with his sword just in his hand, elbow bent. With that sword, he stands over 12 inches tall. So hopefully you got some shelf height to mess around with there. Overall rating out of 10. And like I said, this is not something I would normally collect or buy. I would give it... I'm going to have to go high with this. I'm going to go 8.5. I'm going to go 8.5 out of 10. I want to give it a 9, but I don't want to shut something out of a 9 in the future or have to go to 10 with something that doesn't deserve it. Would I buy it again? Okay. This was expensive. Okay. We paid $75 plus tax. It is not a cheap figure. I would gladly spend $75 on this figure again. The amount of detail, the articulation, The posability, I am super, super impressed with what Four Horsemen Studios has done here. This is just incredible. I mean, I didn't even look. Wow. I didn't even bother to look underneath the chin. You even have detail under there and all the way up into the neck. That's... These guys knocked this out of the park. I am super, super happy to have this in the collection. And we are going to most likely put this on our shelves behind us for our regular videos, which is normally history and stuff, and our collectibles videos where I'm sitting at the desk showing it off. He's going to be added to the mix. He is that good. Well, I don't know what else to say, but if you have the ability and you are interested in purchasing this figure from the Mythic Legions line, do it. You will not be disappointed. It is so cool. Well, thank you all for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed this video and found it informative, and hopefully I answered all the questions you might have had on this Mythic Legions figure. Thanks for watching.
Hey, here's another DragonDen video you might like.
And if you like this video, don't forget to hit that thumbs up button.
And you can hit the notification bell if you'd like to know when our videos come out.
Thanks for watching. We'll see you on the next one.